everybody. Hello in this cafecito. We're going live right now from the ALPFA, the Association of Latino Professionals for America Convention. And I'm here with Isis Ortiz, who's the ALPFA Boston president, but she's also a United Latinas member because, we're all here just with that same mission to get Latinos to thrive. And we're so excited because there's tons of people here. You're only seeing just a very small fraction of what this convention is all about. But we're going to take you through why we're here and why you should consider to also be here. And we're going to talk about some exciting things that have been happening this week. Isis, thank you so much for joining.
Of course, I'm so happy to be here. How's everyone? I'm so excited to be here. Such a powerful week that we were engaging in. And just like Ilhiana said, you're only seeing a little fraction of what's going on. You might see some action behind the scenes here of what's going on here, but really excited to tell you all a little bit about ALPFA as an organization, what convention means, and like Ilhiana said, why you should consider coming here next year.
Absolutely, because there, as Latinos, we need to, as Hispanic, as Latinx, like we need to come together and support each other in all of these kind of events and all of these organizations. Each one of them have a different objective. I mean, at United Latinas, it's all about Latinas. It's all about helping us and supporting us grow and thrive wherever we are in our journey, in our professional career. And then ALPFA provides a completely complementing way of supporting us. So tell us some statistics about this convention.
Oh my God, there's so many to share, and a lot of them are record-breaking. So for those of you who may have attended the convention in the past, maybe some United Latina members have, it brings together thousands of Latino professionals from across the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada for 1 week of professional development, networking, just family building, because it's really what I think about when I think of ALPFA, the Al Familia, as we sort of term ourselves. But it's really, really exciting times to be here. This is our 51st year as an organization, so we're celebrating that. But there's been so many great numbers that we have just set records for, and I would say the primary one is the number of people that we have here. Last year we had 3,500 folks at the convention. This year we broke the record, 5,100 Latinos under one roof for 1 week. It's just amazing. We've given over $1 million in scholarships to Latino students from all over the U.S., something that's really dear and near to our heart. Exactly with that goal in mind. How do we get these students and other Latinos to, elevate as professionals and become the next leaders of tomorrow? So we're really, really excited to be here. And yeah, Ilhiana, can you tell us a little bit about your experience here?
It's been just fabulous. And like we said, you're just looking at a little fraction of what convention is. You're seeing people coming through at that what is it? Pasillo.
Yeah, pasillito.
El pasillito in front of us. That one's going to a career fair where there are over 130 different companies interviewing and hiring people on the spot. And they're all in favor and looking for Latino professionals because they recognize the value, and it is important to be able to be there, be present, hear them out. And it's just an exciting experience. We were actually just thinking that we might have started it over doing this live over there, but it's just an impressive place to be. And then to our right, people are going in because they're heading into a session into the theater as well. There's been incredible sessions. Claudia Romo Edelman has been here. Many different people. Richard Montañez from the movie has been here. We've heard from so many powerful change makers that has been just so inspiring and empowering. We know that representation is important. And when you're here and when you're seeing all these powerful leaders talking about their stories, talking about their journeys, and realizing that their journeys are not that different than ours, and they've been able to break ceilings and accomplish so much, it's just so warming to the heart. And many other allies as well of Latinos, many CEOs are here of the different top companies, just showing up and showing their support to our community. It's just so amazing. And then to the other side, again, you're not able to see it. There's another big space also where people are just coming together to be able to network with each other, to chat, to connect. And then this is the convention center. We're in San Antonio,
Yes.
but we're also beside the Grand Hyatt. And in the Grand Hyatt, there's another set of rooms as well where the companies have put hubs where you can go in and talk to the companies, have those, one-on-one great conversations, parties. We had the white party last night.
We know how to party.
Oh my God, yes. We had the white party last night.
We have our gala tonight.
We have our gala tonight, so long dresses. It's just been like nonstop.
It's just beautiful to see, and it's a for where I come from, a small town in Massachusetts, Lawrence, where there's plenty of Latinos, but coming into the space is just there's something hits a little different, and the relationships that I've built are everlasting with some of not just chapter leaders across the nation, but just the folks that I've met, the partners that are here. As ALPFA Boston president, it's one of the things that I come here to do is to make connections with companies that want to continue to help pave the way for Latinos in Massachusetts. So how do we build those connections? And so those are some of the conversations that I've been having with partners, and it just goes to show what convention is really all about, right? It's from the partner perspective is how do we ensure that they are bringing Latino talent to their companies, so that they are, so that we are represented, but also for our students, right? We have over 1,700 students here. Think about what an opportunity that is for students of Latino heritage to have access to company CEOs, DEI directors, HR recruiters, and like Ilhiana said, that are having interviews right on the spot. Probably opportunities that we wouldn't get as Latinos outside of a space like this. So, since I've been attending convention, I've always said it. I will always come back. I think I would love to talk a little bit about what it is. I think because everyone is welcome, right? It's not just if you're looking for a job, or it's not just if you're a student. And there's a lot that you can gain from coming to the convention, aside from the relationship building. But there's just such rich content in all of the sessions, and we're talking about 4 or 5 days of full sessions every day, and it's all based on some of the interests that you have, whether it's professional interests, personal interests, and things that are going to make you a better leader. So we have here students all the way from undergraduate to C-suite, and that's what ALPFA is as an organization. So we have over 100,000 members nationally. ALPFA Boston has 10,000 members, but we are represented all of that here. And I think it's just, again, it goes to speak to the power of what convention does and what it is. And I wish that everyone who's watching us live was here with us physically. And I really do hope that you consider coming next year, if it's not on your list.
Absolutely. And there's many organizations, right? United Latinas is in the house. Many of our members are here, which is so exciting to see that we're all supporting each other. Amplify Latinx, Aneda Roman and their team are here, and many other organizations, because I think we all recognize that there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and we all need to support each other and come hand in hand to be able to provide each other with the guidance, with the support, with the best practices, with all of those different things to be able to thrive, because it's a tough world out there, whether you are a career professional trying to go up the corporate ladder, or whether you have your small business and you're trying to make it grow. Places like this, if it's not the ALPFA convention, definitely always try to look for organizations where you can go and connect with each other, because we can't do all of this marvelous things that we can do as Hispanics and as Latinx on our own. We need those support systems. Absolutely. And places like this, through United Latinas, through ALPFA, are the place to be able to connect. Thank you, Jennifer, for being with us, and thank you everybody for joining. So this convention takes place every year. This year we're in San Antonio. Last year it was in Orlando, which was a lot of fun. Yes. Nashville before that, and the next year, drum roll, it's going to be in Las Vegas. The dates we still don't know. They're going to give them to us tonight. It's going to be the big reveal, but it's normally always in August. So it's a great, like, also trip for some, like to make it a family trip. Some of, for those of us that have, kids in those ages,
You brought
like
your
my
children last year.
kids, exactly,
Yeah.
that are looking for a job or that are in the process of. It's a great place to also bring them. It's just a lot of fun. And again, it's all about realizing that we're not alone, because a lot of us in our own spaces, we're the only ones, right? And it
Mostly,
just
yeah.
feels like we're just climbing those ladders. And it gets exhausting,
It
but
really does.
coming here, you realize that you're not alone, that you have a lot of people that you can connect with, that you can tap into, and United Latinas is in the house to be able to deliver on those connections and to provide one more platform the way ALPFA
Yeah.
is, to be able to be those guides and be that support. And you can see the partners here, which is amazing. If you want to share a little bit of the partners and the companies, so that you know that there are companies that are firmly putting like their stamp on the ground of saying, yes, we understand and we recognize that Hispanic professionals are, you know, important,
And we deserve a seat at the table.
and we deserve a seat at the table. Yeah.
No, there's, like you said, over 100 partners here, and ALPFA has been in the past very finance and accounting heavy, and we'll say that for sure. But one of the things that we have been able to do over the last 10 years is really, really expand our partnerships with different partners, and really think, how do we diversify so that we can then bring that back to our members who are diverse. We all come from different backgrounds, right? The Latino population is not a monolith, right? We are beautiful. We're diverse in our own rights. And I think we've been able to build a relationship with partners so that then we can provide those same opportunities. So we have some big names here, right? We have names that you may know: Toyota, Moody's, Bank of America, Deloitte, E&Y. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
McCormick is here. I was like like I was grateful to see CPG also coming in. Tech, Microsoft, many of the big players in tech, Microsoft, Google is right behind us. Many, like, yes, the list just goes on and on and on. And that to me is really heartwarming, to see companies that are walking the talk, right? That are not just saying, doing DI efforts from I'm just putting it on a mission and a website, check the box kind of thing, that you're seeing their true commitment to creating equity in all, inside their companies, outside, and for all of us to thrive, again, no matter where we are in our journey and what we're trying to do. And that is really encouraging to see.
It's very, very encouraging. I think that's the beauty of this. And I love to see that every year, just like the number of attendees that come to convention grow, the number of partners that come to convention grow, because again, they're starting to see that we're doing something right with convention, bringing all of us together. And I think partners are recognizing that. So, every year the list just grows and grows and grows. And for us, maybe it's not just a job opportunity, right? But it's about building relationships, and just, knowing that you're growing. What do they say? Your network is your net worth, right?
Yes.
So I think, me engranojo just talking about it, because literally convention does that. And Ilhiana, you mentioned that it can get exhausting doing DEI work, right? And all of that. But when I leave convention, me voy con una energía. I was just so energized, and it's something that, so coming back every year, it's sort of like my dose that I need, to just kind of go back and continue doing the work that I do as ALPFA Boston president, and as a member, as a lifetime member. Because again, the work is not easy, but I know the value. I know Ilhiana knows the value. ALPFA, United Latinas as organizations know the value of creating these pathways, and these opportunities for us to really, be able to just thrive and be the leaders that we are. And I know personally myself, my story, goes back to that. And just like there's 1,700 students here, many years ago, I was one of those, right? And the opportunities that I've been afforded, thanks to this organization, are amazing. And the convention was just a small portion of that. So yeah, that's so lovely to see. I just also love to see, our people just looking good. Everyone just looks beautiful.
Oh my God.
It's a lot. It's overwhelming.
It is. We were just saying, as we were getting, because today's day 3 even I think day 5 for some people, because some people started on Saturday. We started on Monday because there's different programs happening. And it you get tired, like you need a little bit of break, but it's just so heartwarming and, to your point, so energizing to be able to see that we're all here together with the same purpose, with the same mission, with the same will to be able to support each other. And that to me, I know that the first time that I came here, it was just, I'm not alone. Like that's what I can say. Like I'm not alone. And the other thing, learn from each other. The amount of things that you can hear and then maybe you've heard from others, but it did not connect. But when you see a Latino, a Latina going through their struggles, going through the same things that you felt, that you thought, right? We were talking yesterday about imposter syndrome, very big, and you hear these incredible C-suite leaders telling their vulnerable stories about them also being, having that imposter syndrome, having those struggles, going through all the things that we go through, and the resiliency that has built, and getting to where they are, and now opening the doors for the rest to follow. It's just so inspiring, and
finding
so
your voice,
empowering.
and making sure that
God,
I think for me, just knowing that there's 1,700 students here and that they're seeing that, right?
Yeah.
How many of us can say that, growing up, maybe we had things like this to even look forward to, or examples to walk behind. And I think there's so many here, and I am so appreciative of that, because if you didn't have confidence coming into convention, I'm sure you walked out with some, because it's exuded in the halls when you walk. That the familiarity with people, just the love, you feel it, and it's just something. It's really powerful. Sometimes even hard to explain with words unless you're here. It's just sort of this aura that's just permeating these two buildings, and it's just a wonderful thing to see.
And one of our objectives of doing this live here as United Latinas is to come to you and to show you just one of the many opportunities that are out there for our audience and for our members, right? We're also going to continue to look for these opportunities and do lives, because you don't know what you don't know. Like, I didn't know this existed, and this convention has been going on for many years. So until somebody opens up the door, until somebody says, "Hey, you know what? This exists," then we stay in our little bubbles, and that's what we want to do, right? We want to show you all the different opportunities, so that then you can have an educated decision to say, "Hey, you know what? That I want to be there." Or that's interesting, or I want to learn more. And we need to be curious. We can't just stay in our spaces and hoping that a miracle happens. Like, we need to put ourselves out there. As an introvert, I can say that this is exhausting. Like, I needed to take a break this morning. But if you don't put yourself out there for these kind of experiences, then growth is hard. It's not impossible, but it's definitely hard.
No, I would honestly say that when it comes to our daily struggles and maybe in our respective careers, that journey is not easy. Like, we're Latina women, right? And I'm in finance. I'm a banker, and so I am usually the only woman, representing Latinas, women, and the LGBTQ plus community. So just understanding that, we deserve that seat at the table, but they're not going to give it to us, right? So we can't just expect that something like Ilhiana just said, that those opportunities are going to come to us. But we also recognize as leaders, right, that we have to leave that little seed for you all to be able to kind of pick up, right? And I know for me, it's really important. I know it is for Ilhiana as well, that we are sharing these opportunities, that that they exist, because we want to help those who come after us, and we want to make sure that we are sharing this information, that you're taking advantage of it, and that we are sort of setting that example for you. If you're not here today, I do hope that you're here next year, right? And let's have a big party. We can just make a big group.
yes, yes.
We can have a whole United Latinas like gathering at
Yes,
convention next year. How
absolutely.
about that?
And I was just thinking about that because it's been, at least to me personally, so inspiring and empowering to see so many women, not only United Latinas members, which there are many here today, but also just women that you wouldn't think that they are, they say, I don't see Latina women in senior positions. And then you
Oh, I
come
saw some.
here and you see them and they're here, like they sit down, they talk to you, you hear their stories, you hear the impact that they're doing, you hear their vision
Yeah.
of where they want to go next and what they want to do, and suddenly it becomes tangible. It becomes something that's not impossible to do. It becomes a possibility, right? Claudia Romo Edelman, on Monday, she was talking about being possibilistic, right? It's that kind of energy of seeing, okay, like, one, I'm not the only one, and two, look at all of these women that have broken the mold, that yes, they have gone through challenges, but they're not alone, and they've been able to get there because of it.
Yeah.
And that's to me, it was just so groundbreaking.
And
Yeah.
so we're United Latinas, and we're representing this organization now. But I think you brought up a good point that there's just a lot of women, and the convention is intentional about celebrating women. So we had the Women of ALPFA luncheon, where we give awards to some of the leading Latinas. In the nation, and we also share our most powerful Latinas list, which it's also a great thing for us to realize and see. Some of us have been recipients of some of those awards in the past, as leading women, and so again, it goes to show that there's a lot of opportunity, that there's a lot of connection to be made, that there's a lot of support, and that convention is probably a place that you need to be at.
One of
One
because that's definitely, there's several others. We're going to be in Latitude as well. In September, we were live at the Hispanic Star event last year, as well. So there's a lot of different places where, with all of us really coming together to make a difference. And if you haven't, experienced any of these, highly recommend. From a United Latinas perspective, we will definitely be coming back in person to doing things in the very near future as well, which is exciting. So don't, like, as always, don't feel that you're alone. This is a space for all of us to thrive, to know that you have a community to back you up, to support you. And I don't know, it's just been amazing.
Yes, this is one of the best experiences. I look forward to it. I haven't taken a vacation all year. This is my vacation, to come and rejoice and just be with my people, seeing people that look like me, who are sitting in these places where where I may be and where I look to be one day. Again, it's heartwarming, to see this beauty.
And also, before we log off, because I'm looking at the time
already.
For me, I know it's crazy, right? And I know that we're having some guests that were going to come over, but we didn't realize that one of the main sessions with an incredible Latina, talking about incredible Latinas, Esther Aguilar, is happening right now, actually, in the theater right here, right there. So a lot of people are obviously in that session, hearing her story, and just getting all of that. So unfortunately, they couldn't be able to join us here live. But the thing that I wanted to say was that I think it's important to mention. Now I lost my train of thought.
Oh,
But the point is, we're here. Join us. Thank you, Isis, so much for being here.
no, thank you for having me. Love doing this. Love connecting with you, Ilhiana. Always a fun pleasure to just kind of get to hang with the rest of the United Latina members. Wish there were more of us here together.
I know what I was going to say.
Go for it.
I know what I was going to say. It's so empowering to see also many women entrepreneurs. Ooh,
Yes.
very important, because it's
Very.
not only about career professionals. It's about looking at women entrepreneurs who have started their businesses from scratch, almost like I don't want to say from the garage because it's not from the garage,
No.
but in a way, grassroots, and they're now, strong and creating incredible impact. And hearing those stories is also incredible as well. And we're here chatting about all those great things. Come.
We're on a live. Say hi.
We're on a live.
We are
here.
on a live. Right over here.
Say hi. I'm over here. This way.
So
Hey.
this is Luis Rosado from our ALPFA New Jersey chapter.
What's up?
Hi, we're live with United Latinas. Talking a little bit about convention.
Yeah, it's amazing. I wish all of you were here. It's the most amazing thing ever. Better than all the other 50 conventions combined.
You heard that from him directly.
If you're not here now, we'll see you here next year for sure.
That's right. That's
in
right.
Las Vegas. So it's empowering to see also all of these women that, oh my God, talking about one of these women. Come on. No, we're live.
It's in la llamada.
Oh yeah, she's in a call. But just seeing all of these incredible women.
And you see how it is. We're just pulling her aside.
Pulling
She's walking
things,
by.
exactly.
This is how it's happening.
This
You
is
see
how it's
someone
happening.
you don't, like Ilhiana said. Who did you have dinner with yesterday?
Exactly, Francis.
There you go. It's just built. She was one of the panelists in one of the sessions, and it's like, again, what powerful Latina, easily able to make a connection with her. They had dinner, and that's a relationship that now Ilhiana has built, right?
Yeah,
and
it's
something
awesome.
Connection that you can take on.
It's awesome.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. So we can just, I think, go on and on about this. But we're on a
We're
live
live.
session with United
Come say
Latinas.
hi.
Oh, come say hi.
Por aquí.
Yeah. To our United Latinas member.
Say hi.
Francis.
Hello, how are you doing, everyone?
One of the powerful Latinas.
One
We
of
were
it.
actually just talking
Thank
about the powerful Latinas that are here in this convention, right?
It has
And how
been
empowering it is
Beautiful.
to be able
Yeah.
to see, because many of our members are starting their business and it's just so hard. And we were just chatting about yesterday how it is hard, but it's possible. And you've been able to create like such a powerful business yourself.
You know what? We had such a wonderful dinner last night, and this is a situation that Latinas are facing because they chose to. They never have
You
time.
wanna- There we go.
Can they hear me?
Yeah,
Déjame ver.
there you go. Oh, over there.
Hablo
Just
para
the- sí.
Ok. Las latinas y las mujeres en general estamos siempre ocupadas.
Estamos
A la familia.
y nunca sacamos tiempo para sentarnos con una colega y compartir qué le funcionó a ella, qué me funcionó a mí, para las dos poder crecer. Entonces nos sentamos a hablar y es hablar de los muchachitos, de los hijos, de los padres. So no, it's time to have business conversations, money conversations. And last night, that's exactly what we did. We had business conversations, we had family, women conversations, health conversations, money conversations, and that's key in order to grow. So thank you for last night. I had such a wonderful time having dinner with you.
Absolutely, and thank you so much, because this is just so, that's what we were talking about, that spaces like this give us the opportunity to be able to connect with people that we would never have thought of,
Otherwise.
and be able to empower each other. So thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Déjame darles un beso porque les tengo que dar
Claro que sí.
Somos latinas.
Sí.
¿verdad?
Gracias, amor.
Qué lindas están. Les quiero mucho. Cuídense, pórtense bien.
Nos vemos ahorita. Tenemos una gala tonight.
No, yo me voy
Ah, ya se va.
la próxima. Thank you.
Bye. So there you go. This is what happens, right? The
Example.
power of just being in these places, and just being able to connect with each other. I mean, without the Women of Alpha Luncheon, we would have not met Francis
No.
Rios, who's just doing amazing, incredible stuff. And now we're together thinking about, the future and how we're going to join forces between United Latinas, her work, Alpha, to be able to bring this and more.
And that's the thing.
support.
You just said it's not just career-related things. There's that conversation. Who knows where that conversation is going to lead?
Absolutely.
All these opportunities for maybe your business, for hers, and it's just
Yeah.
it's again, it's just beauty.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, well, the session will be over, and I know that people are going to come in, but I know that this is normally only half an hour, so I wish that we could continue, but we'll bring you more and see you in the next Cafecito next week.
And
What-
next year, we're going to do a Cafecito Live again in
It's gonna be.
Next
We're
to
gonna put it together.
We're gonna do it.
Definitely,
and we're
do
going
it
to have
live.
a gathering here and everything.
Absolutely, we're
gonna
gonna do a United
We're speaking
Latinas
it into
gathering.
existence.
Yes, we're speaking it absolutely. Also, don't forget to join. If you haven't joined, please become a member because we have so many incredible things. We were just talking about all the plans. Sandra and I yesterday also were thinking about all the plans, big things for 2024, and you won't want to miss it.
Oh.
You're gonna want to be a part of this because hey, we're taking over.
We are taking
We
over.
are taking over. Latinas are taking over the
future
world.
is Latina.
The future is Latina, and you're going to want to be a part of this. So great things coming. All our events are placed on our website, unitedlatinas.com. Some of them are going to be posted today because we already have them on the calendar. We just haven't been able. We haven't had the time to be able to put them.
So much fun.
We've been having so much fun. But join us. And if you have any questions, any thoughts, any ideas, this is your platform to make them happen.
Yes.
Right? Because sometimes we want to do something, but we can't do it on our own. This is a United Latinas and ALPFA, we're together to help you make those dreams come true because they're coming true.
They are.
Absolutely.
They absolutely are.
Awesome. Lovely. Thank you, everybody,
Thank you, everyone.
for being here today. And there you go. Like the
You
sessions
see?
are finished.
Yeah, session finished. So now you see the crowds coming.
Everybody's coming. Awesome. Well, everybody have a wonderful day wherever in the world you are. And see you next week.
Thank you for having me.
Have a good one.